Very kind of you. Keep the applause going for the only person to be for the coolest girl in the world, Elsie Fisher. We don't have a moderator. Hello. So I guess just start with it's yours on.
Hello. Hi.
Yeah, I think it's on. Yeah, we'll just have some questions. If you guys have any questions, we can just start holding one else.
Oh shit. Ask a question, please.
This is for Bo. How did you make the transition into directing and writing?
She asked how I made the transition to directing and writing. Yeah, I grew up doing theater, and that's what I sort of love to do. I love to work with actors and stage things and cut scripts and everything, and then I sort of started doing stand-up for a long time, and that's very singular, and I got very tired of my own face, and I tried to drag everything I loved about theater into stand-up, but I was sort of tired of my own head and just trying to express myself through myself, so I was sort of desperate to collaborate with people again and work with other people, and so I've been writing scripts for a long time, and in sort of doing my specials and filming those, fell in love with filming, and then thought, yeah, maybe I could make a story with someone else. So I really wanted to talk about the things I was trying to talk about without me as the subject. I was sort of tired of that. Yes, yeah, the blue, yeah.
Well, that was so magnificent, but also really harrowing. What did you do to kind of like decompress? It must be really hard for the world to.
She's saying she said it's very harrowing, so what do we do to decompress? Yeah. I mean, like, the vibe on set, I mean, it was pretty.
It was always very fun.
Yeah, it was like a summer camp or something, so it was like, it is the decompression itself. I mean, I think the harrowing thing is to feel these things and not talk about them and not to express them, you know what I mean? So like, when I was doing like my super happy, whatever, shows or whatever, and feeling really anxious, that was not good. But to be able to speak those things is actually really beautiful and helpful, and I think it like, so I don't know, how did you had some intense stuff, but what was your process for decompressing or getting out of it?
I mean, honestly, like you just said, like set was such a fun experience. That was very decompressing for me.
Yeah, she would snap out of like the pool party scene and be laughing and jumping in the pool with the kids. I was worried going into it that I was gonna have to manipulate her. I was worried I was gonna have to make like Homeward Bound, it's a dog movie. But I was worried it's like, I'd have to just trick her into making a movie, but like, right when I met Elsie, I realized like, she gets what's going on, and we knew we were making something and making fiction and acting and leaning into it, so it was fun and less stressful than it. The real stress was like, I hope the kids don't drown. Like that was actually like, that was the harrowing part of the process. yeah, this is the gray, yeah.
So you're obviously a young man. What made you decide to get in the head of a 14-year-old girl? I mean, that's really kind of it really came from the place of a 14-year-old girl.
Oh, well, part of that was just letting her offer it. She's asking why a girl and why, if it seems authentic, it's because, she's offering all the moments, so it's all to her credit, really. A few reasons, like, I wanted to write about young people on the internet, so I watched like hundreds of videos of kids online talking about themselves. The boys tended to talk about Fortnite, and the girls tended to talk about their souls, so it was like, okay, probably gonna be about a girl. And then, like, also, like, I wanted to make a story about young people that wasn't nostalgic. I like nostalgic movies, and I like movies that feel like memories, but I didn't want it to be that. I wanted it to be visceral, because I would love to be...
It was very.
What do you say?
It was very.
Oh, good. I'm glad, yeah, because anxiety is visceral, and I would love to be, even being in this culture right now feels visceral. We would all love to be 10 years away from this culture looking back on it. Or maybe not, we'll probably be like in a hunter-gatherer stage. But it being a girl sort of, I couldn't project my own experience onto her. My disconnect from her is twofold. I was never a 13-year-old girl, and I was also never 13 now. So my impulse in doing this was like, just humble myself, like defer to the kids, and walk this experience with them for the first time as if I've never lived it. Because I haven't, I really haven't.
In the back over there.
Me?
Yeah.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you. First of all, I'm a middle school health teacher, so thank you.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you.
You did so much. And I work with Scholastic and getting middle school teachers on other content areas to focus in middle school, the vast importance of it. So this is really an important piece of creating. My question is for Elsie, what advice would you have for teachers about how to not be as cringy, as I should say, as the teachers in the film, but to really kind of understand what you guys are going through during adolescence in this time period?
Yeah, I mean, I think teachers are doing a wonderful job, honestly. No, honestly, personally, my experience with teachers has all been lovely. Yeah, but I mean, like, you know, if you feel you need to improve, just treat your students like people, because they're just people without money. You're all good.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you didn't ask me, but it's like I definitely wasn't like that's part of the job of teachers. I wouldn't have wanted to go through school if I couldn't make fun of my teachers a little bit. You know what I mean? That's the fun of it. Like, and I think teachers and parents, that's not the problem. The problem is like the 9 people in Silicon Valley making decisions about their neurochemistry with like a 5-4 vote. You know what I mean? I'm saying like the teachers are there in the middle of it doing the best they can. You know, so like I don't know. I think they're doing great. Yeah, you in the blue jacket. Yeah.
Well, this is for both of you guys, but what's it been like sharing this movie? Like, what's been the most rewarding part, like, hearing people's reactions, like, how's that been for you?
What's it been like sharing the movie? She was asking.
It's been real exciting, and yeah, it's been the best experience of my life so far, honestly. Except for making the movie, that was very fun too. Yeah, I just feel really excited because, like, I'd be so happy if we never even released the movie, and it just kind of existed. The fact that other people like it, it's like, hell yeah!
I felt very similarly. I felt similarly after the script. I really felt like if I don't make the script, I enjoyed writing it so much that I really would need it to be out for it to be fulfilling. But yeah, it's been crazy. I mean, it's like crazy. Yeah, I don't know. It's not our job to be able to process it. What? Oh, appreciate it. Yeah, no, it's very nice. Yeah. What's been nice is like. What's been nice is like well, who cares? I don't think people find it like cute, which I'm really happy about. You know, I didn't like. I don't think it's registering to people as cute, which is good because it's not cute to her. You know what I mean? And sort of the story can ostensibly seem cute and little because it's a 13-year-old girl, but to her it's like big. And my whole hope was like, why can't an epic, intense story about the human condition be about a 13-year-old girl walking to a pool party instead of like a dude with a sword? And I like dudes and swords, but you know what I mean. So that's what's exciting to me. I think is that it's whatever. It's incredible, way far beyond anything that I could have. This is
I don't know. I think
insane.
it's
I come to the theater all the
I think
time.
a question.
Yeah, you in the back in the gray shirt. Yeah.
I'm a single dad, and I want to thank you for showing dad.
Appreciate it, man. That's really kind, man. That's great. Put your shirt on when you walk around the house. That's what my dad does. That's based on very much my dad's torso. My dad was always a shirtless guy in the doorway, but I appreciate it, man. That means a lot, man. Thank you. It's really, really kind.
Right over here. It was not my
She's
own.
asking if the Instagram stuff is real or whatever.
Thank you. No, it wasn't my real Instagram, but like we had an actual Instagram made for Kayla. So I followed people like Ellen and Hamilton fan accounts.
Yeah, it's very important. Like, it was very important to do the screens all practically. You know, there's no screen replacements or anything. I don't like the way that looks ever, and even if it looks good, it's like the light that comes off the screen when you're scrolling on the face, and it reflects off your thumb and stuff. So there's yeah, that was a very early thing we did. Just a lot of camera tests with the screens and everything. So that was very important. And I don't know, people are very like scared of, or it feels like very scared of the internet and like phones as uncinematic, but like. It's like Barry Lyndon writing a letter by candlelight is the most cinematic thing in the world, but like when a girl's on her phone, which is literally like the candle and the letter have become one thing, and she's staring, even it's a light source, so I don't know. It's really, but yeah, it's real. It's all real. Like Erica Severin and Sam Lysenko, our props and production designer, like they made 200 fake accounts and they're really DMing her in real time, and like it was really hard. I mean, it was like very, very annoying because the timestamps all didn't sync up, and it was a mess. But we're happy with it. Yeah, right there, in the black. Yeah.
So I went to high school, and
You work at high school?
I do.
Cool. Condolences.
And I studied young adult literature in college, and so I read a lot of teen literature. What I thought was really interesting, and even driving over here, it was like 8th grade. Why middle school? Like, why 8th grade? Like, everything I read or study is a 9th grader in high school. Why did you choose the end of the 8th grade year?
Yeah, she's asking why middle school. There's a lot of high school movies. Yeah, I love high school movies, and I get why there are so many because we want to remember high school. You know what I mean? And I don't think we want to remember middle school. And there's a separate point. There's a weird. No, there's a separate point. I don't know. It's like. I think questions are being asked of kids culturally much, much earlier. When I see high schoolers now, it feels like they're like absolutely blasé and over it, and like they have a 1,000-yard stare that looks like they maybe got from the war of middle school or something. So like, I don't sense much drama there as much as I do. And when you're in 8th grade, when you're in middle school, like I hate coming of age. I hate that term because it's like we're all coming of age. I'm coming of 28 or whatever. Who cares? But it's like. When you're in high school, it's like, yeah, you're becoming a young adult. But when you're in middle school and 8th grade, like you still have a child in you. Like that is like you're still child, which is very, very intense. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like a very chaotic sort of Lord of the Flies type time. That's just a little more exciting to me. It just felt not represented. I hadn't seen it in a while at least. Yeah, the hat. Yeah.
Magnificent, guys, both of you. Elsie, this question is for you. What was your favorite scene?
She asked, yeah.
How?
Um,
The director's right here. You can walk up.
So my favorite scene to film was the pool scene for sure, but to watch, I really like the moments where it's just Kayla and her dad, and like the divide between them when she's in her bed in her room, like that stuff I think is really beautiful almost. Yeah.
Both of you more about Kayla's mom and what you see in the film, and how much of her nervousness and her difficulty in crying do you think has to do with not having her mom?
She asks, did I talk a lot about the mom not being there to you, and what can you infer from the mom, which you absolutely don't have to answer emotionally, but whatever. I sort of.
No, I mean, honestly, Bo didn't tell me anything about the mom because literally we're just living a week of Kayla's life. So I mean, like, you know, even I don't know where she is or what that deal is. It's art, so it's up to interpretation by other people. But, I mean, like, I don't know why Kayla's anxious. It could be her mom. It could be that she's just genetically predisposed to be anxious.
Yeah, I think that's right though. But it's not her job to objectify the character that way. I'm just saying, I think like she is so affected because she wasn't hovering over. We weren't dissecting her. We were her. You know. And I don't know where my anxiety comes from. I could guess, but I think it'd be very simple to say her mom. You know, I don't think it's that. I think it's yeah. I don't know.
All the way in the back over there. Black shirt.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hi. I was recently in middle school a couple of years ago. Really don't making that realistic. Everything. I've been to a pool party like that before. It was really weird. And my question is, like, since you're around, like, you're living as a teenager now, were you able to draw upon anything that already happened to you while you were acting, or was it just like living that for the first time?
Yeah, I mean, Kayla's whole experience and just going through the middle school was very much emotionally biographical for me. I didn't live her life exactly, but like that's something I very much relate to. So it was like I had a weird prolonged 8th grade experience because I did finish 8th grade and then we filmed it over the summer. So.
And then a week after we stopped filming, she went to high school and she didn't get into her school play. So I promise I do this for Mr. Doney at Thousand Oaks High School is a piece of shit. I got two more questions here. Yes.
The film was amazing. I wanted to ask, it seems so intentionally, like you mentioned the word visceral, how it was like really real and visceral. Was that a tonal choice you said from the start, this is what I want to make? Or was that something you kind of found as you went, as you kind of developed the team?
Yeah, no, it definitely was from the beginning. The idea was like, almost like the stupid pitch was like, kind of like The Wrestler with a 13-year-old girl, you know what I mean? Like living a regular life. And it wasn't initially like, I'm going to shoot it that verite in that docu-style, you know, and then like, sort of in the pre-production process, it was like realizing, no, like it actually has to be, just purely filming it naturally would not actually service her experience correctly.
It feels like the person's life. Like I feel like when you watch it, you feel like it's your life, no matter who you are.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I mean, part of the movie I think is maybe about part of her stress, which is a stress I feel, I think a stress a lot of people feel, is like how we don't live up to the cultural standard of the narrative of our life that is imposed by movies and by culture, you know? So it has to be real. You know, I think part of the stress for her is like, she senses the movie of her life would suck. Why don't I sound like the girls in the movies? Why, when I do my vlogs, don't I sound like the girls at the beginning of movies? They go like, hey, I'm gonna teach you how I went from being this to that. You know, or whatever. You know what I mean? Because it's not like that. Life is about being inarticulate and not being able to say things. And well, I really appreciate it. Yeah, that was the hope. But that is all done by the kids. I mean, that is literally like, that's only because of the choices I don't make and the things I don't interfere in, you know, way more than anything my job is just to be like a fan of them and just make a safe environment more than anything. Yeah. So one more question I think we can do, and then, you in the corner right there.
How much of the script stayed from the beginning, or like the last draft that you were filming till the end of the movie, and how much changes you interacted with the actors?
The only thing that really changed really was like, all of her DMs were on Facebook, and she read it, and she was like, no one uses Facebook anymore. I then put it in the movie. She read it, and she was like, is this about my aunt? But it's like, I mean, some stuff was adjusted, and like during the rehearsal process, it really was almost just rehearsal for the script to make sure it made sense to her. So we'd work out certain phrasings to make sure it felt natural to her, but like, it is not improvised, and it's a credit to her and everybody, but especially her. Like, the vlogs were written, so the thing about being yourself is, I'm reading this off a piece of paper, sorry, So like, and I can show you 7 takes where she stumbles in the same exact times. Gabe, there's a little improvising there, the Rick and Morty stuff was there. When he auditioned, when he came in to test for the part, I had him test with Elsie, do a chemistry read, and I had them improv a little, and he was like, do you like tacos? And she was like, yeah, I like tacos. And he goes, hard shell or soft? And I go, you have the part. Like, it's yours. Like, you're good. Just don't talk to each other and save this for whatever happens with the day. Well, thanks for being here, guys. Really appreciate it. And, thanks for just buying a ticket and coming. We really appreciate it. Have a good day, everybody. Peace.